Alright, and here we are with the 90-gallon corner tank. You guys remember this from the office. It has now moved to my friend Eric's house, and as you can see, it's doing way better than it ever has, partly due to the fact that he's sunk a little bit more money into the lighting and the filtration and the sump system, and everything seems to be doing really well. We've got quite a few fish and corals, and they all appear to be very happy and healthy. But the topic of this video is going to be the water change system that Eric has introduced. Eric, you want to talk about how you change water here? Because it's a little bit different from anything I've ever seen before, and I think it makes your life easier, right?
Yeah. So this is not my first fish tank, so I knew what a pain hauling buckets of water up and down the stairs was. And the way this house is set up, I really didn't have an easy way to kind of have some sort of water change process here on the first floor. But in the basement, I had a couple extra utility sinks. So what I've actually done is I've plumbed the tank through the walls to go and meet up with the city sewer.
Okay.
And so I can dump water out of this tank right into a line that I have in the wall, and then through this switch downstairs, I can actually pump new salt water upstairs that I've made in the basement.
So let's show this under the cabinet here real quick so people can get a sense. So you have a little pump that you can plug in, right? And it feeds into that tube that you can see right there that goes through the wall. And that's how you get water out of this system, right? So when you're doing a water change, you just plug that pump in and it pumps water downstairs through the drain.
Yep.
And then that's going to drop the water level in the tank. And then when you've got it to the point where you want it, then you go downstairs, and that's how you get water back up.
Yep. Yeah, it's that easy. It takes usually about 10 minutes. So instead of having to, have all sorts of hoses and buckets all over the place, it's 10 minutes to dump water and 5 minutes to pump it back up.
All right, and you see that other hose, that black hose coming through the wall, which feeds up here.
It's actually the one in the back.
Into the back right there, and that is activated by the light switch.
Yep, and there's
which is very cool.
There's a Mag 24 pump downstairs that I used a head loss calculator to figure out how much force I need to get through all of the PVC pipe all the way upstairs.
Okay, so you've mixed your salt water downstairs, you have it ready to go, you've got a pump down there ready to go, so all you need to do is basically flip that switch and you stand here and you watch as the water level rises back up to right where you want it, and then you can just kill the switch.
Absolutely, we'll actually do that right now.
Alright, let's go walk downstairs and we can see what the setup downstairs looks like, so you can see exactly how Eric is doing this without putting a single bucket on his nice hardwood floors. Alright, let's go take a look. So you want to quickly show where those tubes are coming through the floor?
Sure. So the fish tank is pretty much right above this beam right here, so it's a load-bearing wall, which is nice.
Okay.
And then so I just had to put two little holes in the wall, found the channel, came up, and then I put in the box that you saw there, which is just like a laundry box that they use to kind of plumb
right, your water through the wall for your laundry. Okay,
right.
So it's these two black lines here.
One goes up towards the tank, one goes down towards the slop sink.
Drain. Okay, and then you switch it over to PVC.
Yep, PVC I felt was a little bit more rigid and it was just going to last a little bit longer than the flex line.
Yeah, okay, so then it comes all along the ceiling here, back behind to the back side of the basement, and this is your little man nook for your aquarium, right?
Yep, so basically down here I just have everything I need to filter the water, treat water, mix my water, clean any sort of filters, socks, or anything like that out. As you can see, I do my little laundry down here in my socks as well. You'll see the water comes down here.
Yeah.
Put in a union in case I need to go get something out of this water if it gets trapped.
Clean it out.
Yep, and then so basically then it just empties out into the slop sink.
Okay.
Obviously try to keep your electrical up high.
Yep. So all of your wastewater is going to exit through here, down your sink, out into the sewer.
Yeah, I could have plumbed it right to the sewer line if I wanted to, but I figured I'd give myself a recovery box if I needed it.
Sure, yeah, you can also put a, like you said, sometimes you put a sock right here,
sure,
in case there's any debris or anything you want to catch before it goes down the drain.
I have a thinner sock, and I usually just kind of pin it up there just to kind of catch anything.
Okay, so then all of your water has exited the system successfully, and then you've been mixing new salt water right here in this bucket.
Yep.
And so you've got a circulation pump in there right now, and essentially what you do is once you're done mixing the water, you take this hose,
yep,
which connects directly upstairs.
Yep, so I have a hose barb fitting on my pump down there, and what I'll do is I'll just fish out the pump, connect it, drop it back down in there, and then when I... Yep.
And then you've got this is the electrical which goes to that switch upstairs, right?
Yep.
That wall switch. So then you just plug your pump into this,
right?
And when you're ready, you walk upstairs and you flip the switch, and your water goes into your system.
Yep.
And you said you usually leave this unplugged down here just in case someone happens to walk by upstairs and flip the switch, they don't accidentally start pumping water all over the place.
Happened once.
Once?
But I only had a small amount of water down here, so it wasn't a huge catastrophe.
Well, that's not that bad.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Eric, this has been pretty cool. It's always nice to see how people are doing water changes, especially when it eliminates the 5-gallon bucket brigade, because we all hate that. So this has been a really neat little look into how you're doing water changes. I think it makes life a heck of a lot simpler, and props to you for figuring this out.
Thanks for working with me on it.
All right, we'll see you later.
See you.